seat here.
I don't know if
It's like, I don't know if I need to sing Edelweiss to you or what, like. You're very sound of music this morning, I love it. Your outfit's so cute, Janet, I love it. Okay, welcome guys. I love seeing everyone's costumes. This is fun and very festive. Oh, let me get rid of this, hang on 1 second. Okay. Okay, so just in case you guys didn't notice, today is our Halloween celebration, right? In team meeting, we have costumes going on, as you guys can see. Right after the meeting here, we're going to do the wonderful chili cook-off with our KW Cares fundraiser. Deborah's going to talk a little bit about it later, but just make sure you guys stay around for the festivities. We'll have a ghoulish time. Yeah, get ready for all the Halloween funs today. Got a couple of them in my back pocket. But anyways, it's gonna be fun. If you guys are dressed up in a costume, we are making a fun reel. So make sure before you leave that either me or Sophia gets a quick little video of you so you can be included in the social media festivities, right? Okay, let's start out with my favorite thing, the mission moment. Who has a bucket that they would like to fill for somebody? For helping them out, for serving our mission. Who would like to start? My favorite part. Who has a bucket filled today? Gratitude. I love it. Risha.
Well, I want to thank Jeb because he invited me to come to his open house, and we had a stellar time.
Yeah.
We got to meet a lot of sellers. It was very fun, and I really appreciate him, choosing me to come out and help him. So my bucket was definitely filled that day.
Yeah, Jeb, he's such a nice person. That's amazing. And also shout out to everyone that was here for the open house class. Shout out and a bucket filled to Drake. I heard so many great things from our Saturday series when Drake shared, all the things that worked for him with an open house, and Kimberly enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of people that are here. Lawrence was here for the Saturday class, and you guys got a lot out of it, right? Yeah. So thank you to everyone who's starting our ALC series. I know Penny's teaching one here. Oh my God, look who the cat drug in. Was it first? Oh, Rob Feldman.
The 80s. Here you go, baby.
I love it. Yes, it's a meme. I love it. Your 80s outfit is great. But yeah, I just wanted to do a shout out to you guys for taking time on Saturday to help educate our agents, especially part-time agents. Thank you, Penny, in advance. I know you're doing the next Saturday, so that's awesome. Anyone else? Bucket filled. I have one more, but I want to wait. I just want to fill the bucket of ALC. You guys are going to hear them in a little bit. I'm going to have you guys that are here stand up and just say a couple words. Oh, good. Rob is prepared with a reading.
When Halley speaks, when Halley Hardy speaks, you listen.
Oh, thank you. I love that. But anyways, we had a great and productive ALC meeting the other day. I think it was a really good discussion. And you guys are going to hear a little bit more about the ALC in just a minute, but just kudos to all of you for just stepping up and being involved with the Market Center and asking lots of questions and serving our agents first. I think that's really important. So you guys, round of applause for ALC. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, moving on. Oh, Simon, you have a bucket to fill. Simon, sorry, I need to turn around.
I know it's hard when you're, facing the audience, but yeah, just wanted to shout out to you. Last week you were here at the South Bay office doing your class. It's amazing, tons of participation, and more so, everyone got value from it. So thank you. I mean, you even got out of me a comfort to dance in front of a video and post it on social media. So just wanted to shout out to you. Thank you again.
Awesome. Oh, of course, I'm happy to help. Yeah, we taught a class, Reels for Realtors. I know we did it here at Coastal. We're going to do it again here soon. And make sure you guys don't miss out because it was a great class. It was very engaging, and most people made their first reel, had over 1,000+ views, 20, 30 comments on it. One guy had, Bob had, how many, I think 60 shares or something like that. It was insane. Yeah, it was great. It was a really good algorithm. Thank you, Simon. That was awesome. Cool. So just a shout out to Keller Williams, just in case you guys didn't see this article. The top real estate companies, Keller Williams actually was #1 and the best overall company for 2022 to be employed at. Make sure you share and spread this word. And I'm happy to be in business with all of you. And the fact that we get to align ourselves with an awesome company that literally beats out every other real estate company and the best overall employer. It's something to be celebrated, right? Okay. Yes, I love it. For all stages of their career too. I love it. It's not just for new agents, but it's for everyone. Shout out to Pat. Is he here? No, Pat's not here. When you guys see him in the hall, Pat, woo, congratulations on captain. Enjoy your commission, Pat. We also have George. George is with DVP. Congratulations, you guys. Great. Welcome to our newcomers. JP Vines. I'm not sure if JP is on here, but JP is just joined us. He works commercial. And then Lindsay, I'm going to butcher her last name, but Lindsay is joining DVT. So I'll have another Lindsay. Yeah, welcome. Welcome someone else here in person. Stelios, you want to stand up? There we go. Who are you, Stelios?
Stelios Baracus joined a couple weeks ago commercial.
Yeah, awesome. Commercial. We're happy to grow our commercial team. That's great. And you know Sophia and Elaine. Cool. So all of you guys should have a little bingo card. If you don't, grab one back there from the corner. Does everyone have a little bingo piece of paper or card? Cool. So in the spirit of networking and getting to know your fellow coworkers and employees, right? Before the end of the day today, walk around and have conversations with people. If someone fills out one of these little bingo squares, have them sign them if it applies to them. Once you have a blackout and you have every square filled, turn it into Deborah, and we're going to do a drawing at the next team meeting, right? This is going to spark conversation to find out who broke a bone in their childhood or who absolutely hates Apple products and refuses to own any Apple products and loves Android. Right? I know there's some of you guys out there. So anyways, have fun with this, you guys. Fill it out. Get to know your fellow realtors. Network when you're doing the chili cook-off and ask them some fun, engaging questions. And then turn it into Deborah. Okay? That's what I said. We're going to do a drawing at the next team meeting with all the ones that are finished.
I was trying to fill it out. I was
And again, to fill it out, each person that it applies to has to sign that square. You can't say, oh, I know Penny broke a bone when she was a kid, so I'm going to write her name. Penny has to sign her name on the square.
Penny's on a plane.
Does that make sense? Penny's right there, Rob. I'm back. So have fun with that, you guys. It's a good time. Okay. Thank you for everyone who came to Family Bowling. We had a great time. Congratulations, of course, to Dinos, our winner, bowling extraordinaire, taking home the gorgeous little bobblehead trophy that we had, second time in a row. Congrats to everyone who got strikes too, because Pacific Coastline Escrow did make a donation to KW Cares to match $5 per strike. So it was great. We had a little fundraiser. Thank you to families and people who brought their kids and wives and partners and things out. It was a really good time getting to know everyone. I loved it. Do you guys have fun bowling?
Oh,
Yeah. Lawrence's kids seem to love it.
Just love Penny's way she did it this time.
Yeah. Rob and Penny didn't fight each other too much. It was pretty
We were
amicable.
both injured.
Oh, okay.
Both were injured.
So like next year, we'll
We're gonna
do a
get
team and we'll
fit.
kick it.
Oh, there we go. We'll do teams next year. Just to give a little shout out, you guys don't miss the next Tuesday's team meeting. I'm going to have Keller Williams relocation and communities come on and share about the KW relocation series. Many of you have asked us questions about this. How do I get involved with the community? What does it cost? Do I get leads? How do I qualify? Where do I start, etc. So we're going to have the speakers come on. Christina Griffin's going to be joining us for the team meeting, and she's going to share all about how you, if you've done relocation and you qualify, how you can buy in and basically get leads and support, and even a special tracking system to be able to track all of this for you guys. Okay, join us next team meeting. Don't miss it. Cool. So today is the first day of our little ALC corner. So if you guys are an ALC member, will you please stand up? Perfect. So this currently is the 2021-2022 ALC. We are moving into 2023, but right now we're ALC members. Of course, Rob, introduce yourself.
Rob Feldman.
Rob.
Actually, it's Debbie and Rob Feldman.
Benny,
I'm Penny McCann. Janet Darrow.
love it. Richard.
Richard Spurlin.
Yeah, did I miss anyone else?
Left, you
Okay,
left.
great. You guys can see them all here on the slide. Of course, we have Jason, we have Allison Van Wig, we have Robin, the Dutch Awerta, and then of course we have Trish. So you guys, what is the ALC? Who wants to take a stab at this and just share, what does this mean to you? Rob,
Okay.
you have some papers.
I do have some papers,
Right.
but ALC is just what it says, Associate Leadership Council. And if you guys are looking to be leaders in this group, do it. I think hopefully you heard what Halley said earlier about KW. We were with another company for 20 years and we've been here almost 10. So God, I'm old. So we really, if you truly need stuff, this is the place to be. You can learn every day. You can, if you need people questions, it's that. All of us on the ALC are always available. Phone numbers, whatever, this kind of stuff, and we have a good time together. And we really try to make sure, with Halley and Deborah's and leadership that and Manny, because he's not here all the time, but to make sure that you guys get what you want. You need to, even in this crazy ass time, you guys. I don't know how you guys do it with one. So, sorry, I had to laugh. So I guess what I'm really trying to say, because this world is, some of the newbies are not ethical today. I mean, we're dealing with somebody in Rancho Mission Viejo who I want to strangle. We're doing everything in there. And little things, if I can just take 10 more seconds, because I don't want to read this, is they're like when you write an offer and you say, you need an extra 3 days after close of escrow, this agent says, oh no, we don't do it down here anymore. So here's somebody moving from Rancho Mission Viejo up to Long Beach, and they said, sorry, you got to be out the day escrow closes. So we fight that all the time. Just wake up and do the right thing. And so that leads me into my little thing that we've followed for 30 years, Deb and I, and you'll meet Deb, she had another function to be at today, but it's in no particular order and only take a minute. And this is stuff that we've been trying to follow for forever. Relationships are everything. Number one. Do the very best work that you can do. No corner cutting, no easy route to get to where you have to go. Challenge yourself often. Be available when sometimes it isn't always convenient. Be responsive. Get back to people as quickly as you can. They reached out because they need you. There's too many agents today, you guys, that don't call back. Look, enjoy what you do so much that it doesn't feel like work. Cherish your bookkeeper or your accountant or whatever, and your it person, and tell them often how much you value them. Have fun. Hopefully you guys are having fun doing this. Pray and be grateful every day. That's not religious at all. It's more spiritual than anything. And lastly, take time to pause in life because it goes too fast.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Rob, for sharing. Great. So again, the ALC members, they meet at least once a month, right? They all chair some type of committee here within the market center. We've got the growth committee, luxury committee, commercial committee, etc. Thank you guys for taking a seat. So again, the ALC is comprised of, in order to qualify, you have to be in the top 20% of the brokerage. These people are striving every day to make their business and your business is better. So just know that they are a resource. The ALC meetings are open to everyone to come and attend, but the ALC members are the only one that can speak. So if you're curious about what it is, what people discuss, what's going on, what you want to learn, maybe you've got an opinion that you want to share with an ALC member and have them, speak in your behalf, those are all something we can do to get involved with. So if that's something you want to put on your business plan, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. because I love to get you guys involved because it's awesome. One more round of applause. Thank you. And each meeting coming forward, we're gonna have at least one ALC member just give a little tidbit of something that they're learning right now in the industry or seeing. Okay, leadership updates. So let's bring up the team here. Simon, I know we've gone on Zoom. Simon, do you want to get started?
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning. So just a quick note, we've been getting a lot of issues, agents representing buyers and the importance of having those buyer representation agreements. You know, these loyalty agreements are not holding water. And I know a lot of real estate agents are using these loyalty because they feel that the buyer representation agreement is too rigid. But here it is. I mean, ultimately, if you know how to articulate the conversation and the importance of that relationship, right? It's a commitment from you to the consumer and the consumer back at you, right? And this was all drafted for the sake of protecting you and protecting the buyer. So I just want to emphasize the importance between the buyer representation agreements, the BREs, over the loyalty agreements that agents typically just draft. Those will not hold water if you're going after a commission. And, you know, in the bigger picture and the bigger perspective of it is obviously, the time, effort, and energy that you're putting, showing properties. Yes, with the market changing right now, the interest rates, we want to hold on to these buyers and their commitment, spending time going and showing properties, negotiating deals. And the last that you don't want is this buyer to go with someone else, right? And then the agent is coming, hey, I need help. This buyer ended up going with another agent. They're in escrow, they close, whatever the case may be. It takes two. It's a commitment between you as the responsible agent, right, is being proactive and engaged and in communications. You start losing that communication, what happens is they start fishing for other opportunities. And we have to be very cautious, right? Because the number one thing that I hear and see often is that the buyer goes into an open house, that agent that is hosting the open house, if it's the listing agent or the agent in general, they are basically, asking the right questions and luring them to utilize them for the sake of purchasing a specific property, right? So it's a conversation to have with them, give them a stack of business cards, right? And say, anytime that you go on an open house, please make sure that you are, being represented by me, right? That'll help lure and keep that distance between the agent trying to convince them to use them, right? And they're going to ask questions, right? And they're going to dive deep in that conversation is, do you have an agreement with the agent or just talking to them? And, buyers will not always be honest and truthful, right? Because they're also looking at their best interests on who they can use to get the property, right? So I just want to caution you the importance of utilizing the buyer representation agreement. That helps me, that helps our risk management to navigate. And if you are entitled to a commission, then this definitely helps us go after it, the agent or the brokerage. So that's my tip today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Simon. I know a couple of you guys had shared variants of the buyer broker agreement that were more of a promise agreement, just like Simon had shared it. And you came to me and said, can I use this? And the question is not, can you use this, but is it enforceable, in regards to risk management and going through, of course, a court of law, probably. So, listen to Simon, make sure you reach out and ask if you've got any questions. That's awesome. Thanks, Simon. Deborah, you're right here.
What's that mean? Oh, that's my ring.
Oh.
It slides off. Okay, let's see if I can hold on. I'm going to pass the ball around. I have a new pen, so we can write on the black spaces. This is for Lenny, who injured himself playing soccer about a month and a half ago, I believe, and he's still out. So I'm going to send this off to him in the next few days. So I want to pass around. If you haven't had a chance to sign it, find a black spot and put a little message on there. I also wanted to share with you that just recently we have stepped at the real estate school in the way of getting people interested. Initially, when it first came out about a year ago, you guys were all really great, sending us referrals, getting them signed up, and things have kind of slowed across the board. So I see her on there today, Miss Jennifer, and she put me to task and said, we need to get this thing going in a different way. So I was kind of lost. Like I was just confused as to what to do next. I didn't know who to turn to. So when she put the fire under me, it's like, okay, here's what we got to do. And I reached out to Halley. She helped me put an ad together. It was suggested I reach out to somebody else who was already advertising, which was Jennifer's office over in South Bay. And I talked with Carlos and he guided me through the ad they were using. And we implemented that ad. She went beyond helping me with the Indeed ad and then took and set up smart plans in Command. So we have the smart plans now that Halley was able to create for me. And when they come in, I am using now Command, which I have been wanting to really get involved with, and I put it off again because there's all these other distractions. And the point I'm making is that this one Indeed ad has already yielded us 150 interested parties, and we just started it Thursday last week, maybe?
Yeah,
Wednesday,
about a week ago.
Yeah, about a week ago. So, you know, I didn't know where to start. I was lost. And somebody made a suggestion to reach out to someone who knows what they're doing at a higher level. It's the same with our business. You want to reach out to those that have gone before you and have had great success and implement some of the things they've had. And if you don't know how to use something, find someone that is more skilled at it and have them show you and just watch your business grow. So be a business planning on Thursday and see what you might be able to implement that will help you grow into 2023.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that story.
Sure.
It was great and for being vulnerable, right? Yeah, you guys are fun. It was fun.
I too get lost, but find my way. Thank you, Jennifer.
Good. I love that. Do you want to do a couple things here too,
Sure.
Deborah? Thank you for sharing that story.
So we talked about our Thanksgiving food drive that's coming up. I have the bags in the back. If anybody is planning to do so, I can give you probably at this point, I have a few hundred bags. So we can probably do about 50 bags per person. And then if we don't have others, if I have extra bags, I'm happy to get rid of those as well. So please see me. If you don't know about the food drive, we have a flyer, a template that has already been created. You want to make certain that you put on there the day that you will be coming back to pick it up. And this is to farm your neighborhoods. And you just clip it onto the bag, drop it at somebody's front door. And I promise you, you will be amazed at how many people want to just put food out there for you to come back to get. So participate in the food drive. And I think we're going to be doing Interval House again, which has been our recipient in the last couple of years. So just grab the bags and get your flyer.
Yep.
The other drive we're having here, this is something very near and dear to many. And she has Haroldine Gerhardt. She did this coat drive for many years and recently had passed. And so many would like to encourage all of us, and we want to have all of our offices participating in the coat drive. So we have, I don't know if the boxes arrived yet, but there will be a box here. You know, I know each and every one of us has a coat that we are not wearing. It's a dust collector at this point. Somebody out there will be wanting to use it this winter. So please, you know, bring your generosity and your coats and
kids stuff too.
Yeah.
Kids outgrow things every year, right? They need a new coat. If it's still in good condition and they just sized out of it, same thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be brand new. It can just be in good condition. Used is fine as long as it's clean. Right?
So
these are adult coats or?
Any
Adult kids, any age, any size.
Yeah.
Female, male.
I don't know who the recipient is, but we'll find out more. Yeah, it says, please drop off new, gently used at the KW office. So it's a charity supporting underserved children throughout our community. So coats for kids, so probably primarily kids, but I'm telling you that I'm sure they're going to be willing to take adults as well.
Yep, I would say all of them. Awesome. Thanks, Deborah.
Yeah.
Hey, Cindy, what do you have for us?
Good morning, everybody. Point Elizabeth.
She looks so good.
Wanted to let you know that in the back on the.
Step in front of the camera.
There's storage boxes now with all of our vendor materials, so it's much easier for you to grab and go. And the other thing that I just wanted to bring to your attention is inside this risk management folder are great tools and explanations on what the risk management program covers. There is also, which is very important, an inquiry form. So if you have an issue, this is the first step. Before you call Simon, before you say, hey, I need to speak to an attorney, this needs to be filled out and sent into Simon or myself, and we'll get it signed and we'll get it sent over to the risk management company. We also have the ability, Sophia has the tools to brand this with your own information on it. So, and then there's a trusty little pamphlet also that you can give to your client. So they know what.
Awesome. Great, thank you, Cindy. Here, turn around, smile for the camera, look at your cute outfit. There you go. That's what we're not doing, good see. Awesome, you guys, thank you. Moving on. Great, so we have one special guest. One couldn't be here, but of course we've got her on Zoom and I'm so excited about it. And I might even stop screen sharing so I can see you. So we have our operating principle up to date. So Jennifer, let me
Put it over Manny's.
here, that way I can, put it over many space. There we go. Jennifer has joined us and let me just spotlight her video. There we go. Now we can see them. Jennifer has joined us because something really unique and original just happened here with Keller Williams. And it was the first time in how many years?
About
Like
30.
30 years, right? Almost since the company's inception, that they had asked all the OPs to quote unquote come home and to have a meeting together to talk about, the state of the company, talk about the direction. So we have Jennifer here that's going to share and give us kind of an OP update. That's some of the things maybe they learned or discussed during that time. So Jennifer, welcome.
Thank you. Hi, guys. So yeah, it was amazing because we got to go to a stakeholder summit is what they called. Just in case some of you guys don't know me, I've been with Keller Williams 18, almost 19 years. So a very long time. I was around with blue sheets, in case anybody knows what blue sheets are. And we got to talk about the company. There were about 4 things that we specifically focused on is who are we? Because I think along the way we have changed who we are, but at our core, we are all about our culture and our family. But in this time, we might have gotten confused of like, well, we have this shiny object or this shiny object. So we wanted to be very clear about who are we at Keller Williams, and we are a place where entrepreneurs thrive. We talked about our model because with everything that's happening with technology, et cetera, people were straying from the model. The MREA still works, it's still relevant. And I was joking with a few people because I was like, if we just went back to like the box, which I don't know if you guys remember, if there's one thing that agents always do, it's the lead generation, right? And when they took a poll of all of our agents, they still do about 10 things that really help their business, whether it's door knocking, cold calling, client events. There's literally 10 things that we have to do. And so we want to go back to actually following the model and doing those 10 things. We talked about our technology. And like Deb said, I kind of was like, hey guys, like I know in the past, like things haven't been perfect, but like, let's go back and look at it. If you guys have not met Nick Baldwin yet, I strongly suggest you meet with him. He's amazing. He's a co-founder of Lab Coat Agents. I get to work with him every single day. He just did a class for us on conversion monsters yesterday, but he will help you guys with your command, making sure you guys are set up. And he is available for you. So a lot of our agents have been reaching out to him, and he has shown how you can do everything that you need to do in our technology. Jason Abram came out with this amazing book, which we will have here shortly, which I was blown away. I was like, if this was like, they literally had this binder on the table and they said, do not take it home. And I promise you, Manny asked me 3 times if we could take it home. And I was like, no. They specifically said, and my MCA hat kicked on and I was like, do not take the binder. Like, we have to leave it here. But it was a very cool binder because what it did is it took command and it showed against the top 5 CRMs out there, what it can do, what it could not do, but compared against like KV Core and Boomtown, et cetera. And there are a lot of things that are in there that we can do now. We also talked about the shift in the market. And really the number one thing that we need to do is continue to lead generate out there. And I did this exercise with some of the South Bay agents, and I'll say it here, is that if you took out your cell phone and you clicked on your contacts, you'll see that there's like a pound sign on there. If you look at that pound sign, you're going to see how many contacts you have in your cell phone. If you times that by 1%, let's say you have 1,000 people in there by 1%, that's 10 deals that you should be getting from your database, right? Our average commission is 15,000, but let's just, for the sake of making it easy, just say it's 10,000. That's $100,000 in gross commission income that you should be getting off your database. And that is like the lowest percent of conversion that you can get, right? 1%. So what they kind of challenged us, and what I'm challenging, our team, is to really look at your database. And the funny thing is, when people raise their hands, a lot of people still don't have the one thing that we need, which is a database, right? And then put a systematic plan in place to contact these people. They also talked about other items that we're putting out. Has anybody signed up for 72 sold out there?
We have a couple here in our office. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I would love your guys' names, because I'm trying to compile people that are joining the 72 sold program. That is a program that's out. Keller Williams is basically, it's $72 a month for the coaching, and it's $1,500 for the ads. The ads are going to start up in January, and ideally what they're saying is you should get 4 to 6 leads per $1,500 that you spend on the ad. One of the key things to know about 72 sold, though, is that you have to understand their program. And so I just wanted to reiterate that, because they were talking to us as well. You are literally buying into a program. So the coaching that they have every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are key, because you have to understand the language that they're speaking. So there are a few of us that are on it in the South Bay office, LA Harbor, and looks like Long Beach. So what I'd like to do is at least get us all together. So as we learn the program together, then we can help each other out. And the cool thing is that Los Angeles has a really big media print. So there are a lot of spaces in the LA area, but they will fill up. So those are some of the things that they talked about. And of course, our story, as Halley said, that we are the company that people want to be at, whether you're new, experienced, etc. And Gary is very unique in that he is like hands-on. He's very real and raw, and he will tell you what he thinks. But it's good, because he really is trying to make sure that we are going to be ahead of everybody else, whether it's the technology, the lead generation. Bob Kalinsky was there. If you guys were around back in the day on the last shift, they went around and did a lot of profit camps to make sure that we were prepared, and shift courses and classes for the change in the market. So overall, it was a really great summit, and they're going to be putting out a lot of new things for us. And Halley and the team will be delivering it to you guys. So it was
awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, Jennifer. I know a lot of good stuff. You guys, round of applause, Jennifer. I know her and Benny's leadership. You guys always hear the most interesting things, and I love seeing this stuff come down the pipeline, because I'm sure the stakeholder summit was part one of many things and changes that we're doing going into 2023, right? It's our 40th anniversary. Gary's going to do something special. We all are going to be working hard to make this company the best place for you guys to enjoy, but also for your clients and for you guys to really foster that entrepreneurial spirit, right? Well, not spirit. But all of you got into this business for that reason. You wanted to do your own thing. Otherwise, you'd have a 9-to-5 corporate job, right? So we want to help foster that energy. And I think there's going to be more stuff coming. So thank you, Jennifer, for joining us.
And one last thing I actually wanted to say was I've been very purposeful of trying to stay on top of the items that they're putting out. If you guys haven't checked out their YouTube page, I strongly suggest that, because I always watch YouTube when I'm getting ready. But if you just played their 15-minute segments that they have on there, they're interviewing top agents across the country. And there's a lot of great things. There was also Andy Peterson that talked about the 36 touch and breaking it down. And right now is the best time to contact your clients. You could be asking for addresses and phone numbers, or addresses and emails for holiday cards. You can talk to them about the food drive that you guys are doing. One of the suggestions that I thought was super cute is they did a drive-in movie theater and they did Home Alone, and they said, never sell your home alone. Like, how cute is that? So watch those things, because there's a lot of great ideas that you can pick up from there.
I love that. Thank you. And a wonderful resource, the Keller Williams YouTube channel, if you're not following. Awesome, Jen. Okay, moving on. So listing pitches and buyer needs. Let's just go over our listings so far for this week. New listings moving on. Gabby, are you here? Yeah, Gabby, do you want to pitch your listing? Oops, let me go back. That's okay.
So this is I call it like a little show fixer because they redid the kitchen in 2018, so it's actually really nice. And then the rest of the house needs has a roof that's under 10 years old. Also has a separate structure on the property that's like a two-car garage that has plumbing in it and electrical, so it's definitely for EDU. The lot is almost 7,000 square feet. So it's really a big house.
Awesome. Hope you get an escrow. Awesome. Allison Van Wig, 9378 Pritchard Street in Bellflower, 730, 3-bed, 1-bath. It's 188 square feet. Of course, Allison Van Wig, the listing agent. Another one in North Hollywood, we have Milldale Court is what it's on. Allison, another 3-bed, 1-bath for $670. Of course, Lakewood, the Green Team. If you guys haven't seen this, this is one of their projects. I don't think they're here. Eric and Nicole. I believe this is one of their flips that they redid. It's gorgeous on the inside on Downey Ave. It's $899.9. 3-bed, 2-bath. It's 1,680 square feet. So make sure you guys reach out to them. Another one from Allison in Lakewood on Quigley, 2-bed, 1-bath, a cozy little property, great starter home, $6,999. The Emil Team, Carlos and Ileana, it's on Embassy Ave in Carson, 3-bed, 2-bath for $650. Seeing a lot of affordables. That's good right now, you guys. We're seeing that market, increase a little bit more. Conquista Ave in Long Beach, it's 1.25. This one's great. It's 4-bed, 3-bath. That has a very nice little pool out back. It's very cute if you guys haven't seen it. Good for those people that need extra room, that have big families. Yeah, Charles, his Monterey Park. A lot of people have been hosting that open. Didn't one of you guys host it open? Yeah, do you want to say something about it, Brandy?
Like a circle too, which is really cool. There's a audio access master. It was so beautifully done.
That's great. So that's out in Monterey Park. Of course, congrats to Charles with DGT. Tim Matchka has a nice little condo for sale. You guys, there's lots of people that are in the condo price point right now. 2-bed, 2-bath. It's on Ohio, and if I remember correctly, very low HOA fees. It's only $425. So those of you guys that are looking to get people in at the bottom, maybe that are not qualified right now with the interest rates for a single family home, this is going to be a good one to start with, right? So again, Tim Matchkas has that property. I believe it's 2 levels actually, which is cool as well. So it's on Ohio. Another affordable, Valerie. So she has her property on Euclid Ave, 319 in Long Beach, 2-bed, 2-bath. It's $479. Good to see some of those things hit in the market. Does anyone else have any listing pitches, buyer needs they want to share? No? Okay, great. Let's bring up our affiliate partners. Welcome, you guys. I love it. And they all dressed up today. So good. Doug's in his element. I love it. Hey, Doug, why don't you go first? You and your
Okay,
team.
great. I did bring some information for you. We've been talking about prospecting, right? We have a couple tools here. One's on Fetch, which is also titled Toolbox. And there's a next best seller list. And in the back, you'll see there's a map and some data that goes with it. So what it does, it pulls an area. It finds when the most amount of people moves into that area, does a couple years around it, then does equity and agent the person, and creates the next best seller list for you. So it gives you some good leads for that area. Also, we have another service called Title Profile. And on Title Profile, there's a quick list in here. And I'm just going to read a couple quick things to you, services that are in here. Adjustable mortgage resets, cash buyers, distressed properties, downsizing, empty nesters, estimated equity, FHA. Does anybody know that FHA and VA loans are assumable? Anybody know that?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you know that because we used to do a lot of this stuff.
Yes, we did.
The first condo I had, I sold, and the person who bought it assumed my FHA loan. But think about that. For all the FHA buyers you have, they can't qualify. If the deal's falling out, but they have the income, they can probably qualify for that low interest rate. It's a good thing to think about. We can help with those as well. Reverse mortgage, seller carrybacks. These are people that may need to move. So in this market, we're looking for people who may need to move, right? Versus wanting to move. So those are some things that we have for you here. We can help you with those lists. I brought Lisa with me. She's been with me over 10 years as our #1 manager running our little system here. And we have Michael here's out in the field with you all the time. So if you guys want to get any leads from us, be sure to let us know. We'd love to help you.
I love it. Thank you, guys. Sarah, good night.
Hey guys, escrow. Sorry. Pacific Coast Line escrow. Right now taxes are being paid, not paid. So just if you're in escrow and you have sellers, tell them not to pay taxes because it'll take longer for us to wait for that to post and get refunds. If you have HOAs, make sure to reach out to me. I'm happy to help find out what the cost will be, the turnaround time, so we can know in advance. Lease land, I've actually had a lot of lease land come up too. So if you have questions on that, please let me know. Same with Doug, if you have title questions. But everything, I think let me know if I can help with net sheets, anything like that. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you. Alex.
Hey, everybody, Alex Serrano, financial and house lender here up in the front. Rates as of today, we're seeing a little bit of a rate going down situation. Rates have been on vacation for a while. But they're coming back. 6 3/4 on the 30-year. Yeah,
That's better. Better than 7.
better than 7, right?
Better than 7.
6 1/4 on the FHA VA stuff. Jumbo arms kind of down in the low 6s. Jumbo 30-year fixed probably around 6.5. I have this flyer and I sent it all to you guys a few weeks ago, but we have a bit of an arbitrage situation for investment properties with one of the banks that I use. A lot of the big banks, B of A, Wells, a lot of them don't really even like touching investment properties, but if they do, they want 40% down on those things. We have a bank that'll do 25% down. So if you do have big investment property purchases, $2-3 million units, we can do those with lower down payment. We can do those with interest only, which really helps with the cash flow. That bank as well is in the low 6s on 5 and 7 year arms. So they're pretty close to what a big bank 30-year fixed is at for an investment property. So they do come with a point origination. So one little caveat, but keep it in mind, please. There's a flyer right by Cindy for you guys. It looks like this. You can hand it out if you want a copy of it. If you have a listing that's an investment property that you want to show it at, please, by all means, take it. Lastly, Mike and I are doing this script class on Wednesdays. We've seen a lot of people come out to it. What I think we'd like to do is last week Mike worked on a script where a buyer was trying to just lowball an offer because there's so many listings, etc. Kind of like a little market shift. What I intend to do this week is implement that and do some practicing of that via my office, phone calls. So we're gonna do Mike with a practice one day and then me kind of real world implementing it. So please come check that out. It's Wednesday at 11 o'clock. We've definitely had flyers up, but it's really, really good to get not only just new agents, but also some seasoned ones, right? We all can practice our scripts. So hope to see you there. That's what I
Awesome.
got.
Yeah. And you guys, I think we're seeing, or what I'm hearing from you in the market right now, we're seeing more adjustable rate mortgages. So it might be more of a conversation maybe for the next class or a topic to just really break down what that is, because we haven't seen that for several years, really. And now they're kind of coming to the forefront, which gives your client the ability to not have to be locked into that rate for 30 years, even though they're refinancing.
We're seeing that, and also Mike touched on something that I'm actually doing one right now, which is a 2-1 buy down, where the interest rate in the
Yeah.
first year is 2% lower, the second year is 1% lower, and then the next 30 year or next 27 years is the the rate that they're given. But it's a really, really good way to let that client have a $500, $600 lower payment for that first year, $300 lower payment for that second year, and then hopefully the refi comes around. That's the play, right? But
Yeah.
How much lower percentage wise?
2% the first year.
And
So
1%
what I'm doing
the
right now is 7%. The client's rate is 5% for the first year, 6% for the second year, and then 7% for the rest. But that savings was over $500 for that first year, and it let them feel comfortable moving forward. They were going from $2,500 a month rent to $3,500 a month payment, but this is now just $3,000 a month for them for that first year. Then you'll find that you stop going to Starbucks, figure out how to make your mortgage payment, right? Like the people will figure out how to make their payment. They'll get comfortable with it. And then $250 a month is another overtime shift or something for them, right? So they get themselves comfortable with it, and it makes them feel better. That's how I
But it's
sold
a good
it.
conversation to have with your sellers, right?
Don't
Good
worry about
conversation.
nothing in the house. You're fine. Just go to work.
One more
But
overtime.
yeah,
That's it.
but it's a good conversation to have with your sellers in lieu of price reductions or corrections or improvements or whatever we call it, is you can incentivize and give the buyer a 2-1 buy down, right? It helps keep everything in alignment with what you're trying to achieve.
Because it's a seller paid item.
Exactly.
That's the most important thing. It's a seller paid
Seller paid,
or agent paid item. It's not a client paid item,
right?
right? It's essentially like paying points, but this is going to have way more of a dramatic effect on the payment than just paying a 0.25% down. So the seller pays 10 grand, gets this client 2% lower on the first year, 1% lower on the second year, and you got a deal. So
I've had 2 escrows with this buy down, both buyers really excited about it. It's a whole new program. And the way they did it, because some sellers might not want to be able to credit $10,000 to $15,000 for this buy down. If there's termite and things like that, they're like, oh, we'll charge, instead of charging for termite, or instead of doing this, we'll give you the credit for the buy. There's just different ways of coming up with covering those costs. It's almost like a wash for the buyer.
Yeah, I love that. Creative financing in the shift book. What number is that? 10. Thank you. Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you for always supporting us. We appreciate you. Let's take a look at what's on the calendar. So, acting against broker advice. We all should be at this class. That's happening today in person and Zoom from 2 to 3. Simon's teaching it. You guys find the Zoom link in the calendar. This is important, especially when you're having a conversation with your clients about acting against broker advice and making sure we're disclosing that correctly to protect you and the brokerage, right? So right afterwards, we talked about the chili cook-off. It is $15 to taste. We have 10 chilies that everyone worked very hard on and paid to participate as a fundraiser. So you guys can Venmo Deborah Bell. At the front desk is where you actually get your bowl and your tasting supplies. So don't show up right here at the table because you won't have them. We need you to pay first, right? But open up your wallets and your bellies because there's some really good chili because it smells good, right? I love that. Book club, that's happening tonight. We have Living the Law of Attraction. I'm excited for that. You guys have had a good discussion in prior, it's again today. SoCal meeting, that's happening today as well from 1 to 2. So if you guys are in our commercial SoCal session is happening today. You're going to have a co-star on. So they're going to talk about maximizing co-star. Pricing conversation with sellers. This is a big one. Shannon Jones is going to come in and teach this. This is happening on Zoom. Zoom only from 11 to on the 3rd of November from 1 to 2 p.m. So make sure you guys mark your calendars for that. Open house, congratulations and thank you for everyone coming for our Saturday series and congratulations to Christine for winning that little prize. Thank you, Drake, if you're on here. Again, this Saturday series is continuing on with Penny McCann happening. That's on November 5th, and she's going to go over her real estate 101. Virtual career night, that's happening tomorrow. If you guys have any people that are interested in getting into real estate, maybe who just got their license, if you yourself just got your license, make sure you join, get the link from Sophia. You can send it to people, share it on your Facebook, etc. We're going to go over how to get licensed. We're going to go over if you're licensed, what the market looks like, etc. Kind of set expectations. Happening tomorrow. Alex, it's of course script and role play, right? They had a great time. That's happening tomorrow from 11 to 2. Our RPA mastery class, that's happening Wednesday. Most of you guys have been here. It's fun, right? Even Susie, it's fun. Yeah, just shaking her head. I love it. We do a different skill every week with mastering the RPA. I give you guys an example of a client or a potential offer that you need to write. You've got 15 minutes to write it, and then we go through and correct it to make sure that we're representing our clients in the best fiduciary capacity, right? Fritz's coaching session, of course, is happening every Thursday from 3 to 4. And the business planning clinic this Thursday, we will be serving you lunch here in the office. If you come and attend, we have myself and the other team leaders sharing awesome topics that are really going to help you grow your business. Manny's going over the millionaire mindset. Deborah and I are talking about business assessment. We're going over the SWOT plan, if you guys know that. And then, of course, the agent marketing plan. Mary King's going to be sharing from LA Harbor. And then the South Bay guys, Simon and Carlos, are going to be talking about the budget model and really understanding your big why. So it's happening this Thursday. Come and join. We're going to get food. Let Sophia know at the front that you're going to come, and we'll save you a seat. Okay. Lastly, Command Con's happening November 9th. It's one of the last times you guys are going to see this slide. Do not miss out. If you've logged into Command 2-3 years ago, it is not the same Command anymore. Everything keeps changing and things keep getting better and more efficient. So join in Command Con. We're going to learn all the ins and outs and hear from agents who are using this at a top level, and the actions they're doing to be able to lead generate with our CRM. Okay. And that's it. Thank you, guys. And we're actually on time today. We're early. So don't forget, get the chili. Okay. Thanks.